morning. Happy Sunday. My mic is on. I double checked that. I triple checked that today. Yeah, so today's our first day without any TikTok. I don't know if it'll be that way forever, but there's no TikTok. So instead of doom scrolling, I figure I should work on this Neovim setup because I haven't worked on it the last couple days. Okay, so if you haven't been following along, I'm following this course by a guy named Typecraft on YouTube. You should check out his channel. You should check out this course if you have any interest in potentially exploring or playing with or using intermittently Neovim. I'm trying to basically explore it purely because I've seen other people use it, and aesthetically it looks nice, and it looks fun. It looks fun to use when somebody who's good at using uses it. So I'm gonna try to work in it for a little while, but I need to get it configured to a point where it can truly be an alternative for what I currently use, which is Visual Studio Code. And it takes a little bit of setup to get it there. Obviously, it's not like Visual Studio Code where it has a bunch of bells and whistles out of the box, which is the reason for this course. And I actually, before I even started down the path of trying to set Neovim up, I actually watched this entire set of videos first, and it was kind of the thing that convinced me that, okay, I can do this, I can configure it, and I think I can get it to a point where it could be a viable alternative for Visual Studio Code. So we're kind of deep down the rabbit hole here. We're several videos in, so if you haven't been following along, you're kind of jumping in the middle of them. You can go back and look at some of my past streams or videos, and you can see what we're doing. Or you can just come straight to Typecraft's course and watch his videos. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump into episode 5. So today what we're working on is we're basically working on setting up that autocomplete and snippet functionality that you see in Visual Studio Code, or VS Code, or really any IDE that you're probably using, where if you type, you kind of get a suggested completion, whether it be from IntelliSense or something, something that the IDE is doing, language server protocol, something the IDE is doing to complete that document and allowing you to kind of tab your way to glory. So that's what we're going to work on today. And maybe we'll get to the debugger course. And full disclosure, like I said, I've already watched these videos, so I'm not just going to sit here and let them play and listen to them. I'm going to kind of just jump through to find the bits of information I need and go from there. So if you want to do kind of a follow along, you should definitely go to his playlist and check out his videos and watch them for yourself. Okay, so here we go. Let's open up, let's go to my Neovim directory. I'm going to go CD. And let's go ahead and open this up. Let's open my notes. I've just been keeping track of some stuff that's kind of stuff that's different than his video. Like, for example, another note I need to add here is need to use ESLint LSP, not ESLint as a linter in Mason. Okay, now let's open up another tab here. And this is where we're going to do our actual work. So, in them. And let's see, he's just recapping everything we have. So we do have a pretty good config, right? So we have a file tree. All right, a file tree. We do have syntax highlighting. We do have some LSP stuff going on. So you can see right there, like that. It's not an LSP in the true sense. That's basically a Lua linter, and the information that linter is providing is being exposed to us through an LSP, through a plugin called None LS. And then you can see if I push space, which is my leader key, GF, whoops, space GF, it'll format it. It'll format the document for me. So I've got that going on. There is, like I said, there is some linting happening. So I think if I delete, if I make something invalid, right, you can see there's the linting. So there is some linting, some LSP. We've got the LSP set up. They are working. Let me undo that. So if you type LSP info, you can actually see we've got an LSP attached. You can see the docs for it. So we actually have the Lua language server attached to this buffer. So yeah, I mean, our setup's pretty great so far. So let's go ahead and quit this. No, close this. And let's see, we're going to set up some new plugins today. I'm not going to do that one because I don't care so much about having that Neovim logo. Maybe I'll do that later. This is honestly going to be the last video that I really follow step by step, because from here it goes into setting up debugging. And in his video, his example, he uses Go, but I need to set up debugging for, I don't really write Go, so I need to set up debugging for C#, JavaScript, and TypeScript primarily. And primarily when it's running on the server. So node environment. I'm guessing there's probably a way to set it up for a browser, but browsers already have debuggers, so maybe I'll set that up, maybe I won't. I don't know. Okay, anyways. Let's jump over this part. Okay, this is where he explains the different plugins we're going to use. So we're going to use Neovim Complete, which is going to be our completion engine. Then we're going to use Neovim Lua Snippet, which is going to provide snippets and expansion of those snippets. And then we're going to use a Friendly Snippets plugin, which allows us to get access to some of those like common snippets that you see like in VS Code with like function completion or HTML tags, all that kind of stuff. So jump through here. He's going to create a new file. Plugins. We're going to create a new file called completions.lua. And now that I've written so much Lua as part of this configuration process, I feel like I need to go take a course to actually learn how to actually write Lua. Because I don't know Lua. I've just basically been copying and pasting to get things to work. I mean, I kind of I'm like, I see how, like, I see how a variable is declared. I see like a function declaration. So like I can like read it, but I don't really know how to write it. Like if you were to sit down and ask me to like, hey, build me a script to do XYZ in Lua, I couldn't do that without some Googling and some help from Copilot. But I feel like now, since I'm going to be using Lua to configure Neovim, I probably should go spend some time learning actually how to write Lua. Probably a good use of my time. It's just, that's the thing with learning, right? Like learning begets more learning, right? You have a bunch of questions, you learn some stuff, you answer some questions, and then you have a ton more questions. It's never ending. So the first thing we need to set up is Neovim completions. I'm going to let him go through and clean this up. That way I don't have to watch him do that. Okay, so the first thing is, this is actually going to be multiple plugins here. So I'm going to return a table first. And then I'm going to put another table in here. Let's see, and this is going to be HRS H7TH /Neovim completion. And we have our config, which is a function. Then we need to declare a local variable, wire CMP. And then we're going to say CMP setup. And we got a snippet. That's going to be equal to something. We have a window. It's going to be equal to something. Mapping must be for our keybinds. And sources. It's really easy when you're doing this kind of stuff to miss braces. Like you miss opening and close braces or opening close parentheses. So I feel like it's always best to kind of just like structure out, like go from the outside in. So like write the outside structure, then fill in the inner, then fill in the inner, then fill in the inner. I feel like that makes me make less mistakes. So we're going to have one that's commented out. Let's see, name equals invim.lsp. And the reason that's commented out is because he basically is going to have us demo this working before he enables that. But we are going to get to it, so that's why it's there. Okay, then we can close this guy. Oh, I've completely screwed this up. Sources is actually equal to CMP dot big dot sources. And then that actually takes two parameters. And that's actually, I'm actually going to put these on new lines like this. I think that makes it easier to read. Okay, and then up here, mappings is not a table. It should be cmp.mapping.preset.insert. Mapping.scroll docs. So I think these are keys that we're setting up so that when we see the completion being displayed, we have a way to navigate that completion window. Oh, and it would help if I spelled. See if I can do this with a macro. So Q W, then we type A. Oh no. Let me try that again. Go over here, type at QW, and then AP, escape, down, reset there, Q. Now I should be able to type at. There we go. There we go. Why is it complaining though? Is it because I don't have anything in here? So this should be B. You could probably copy paste this. If you're doing this, you could probably find the README he's looking at and just copy and paste it. The main reason I'm not doing that is just because I need all the practice I can get actually using Vim motions. So I'm just kind of forcing myself to do this. Go up here and we'll type window equals cmp.config.window.border. Let's see, documentation. I feel like I was making the table move a lot. config.window.border. We just need this guide. Let's see, so expand equals a function called function. It has some args. Require module Lewis snip lsp expand args.body. We should be able to write that out and quit. Nope, don't do that. Right, all quit. In them. It looks like we need to add some other plugins. Additional ones here. I love these URLs for all these plugins. Like they're literally just random people's GitHub link URLs, which really just makes me think of like how powerful of a position that GitHub really occupies. Like people are really counting on that service for a lot of things. Probably go and buy more Microsoft stock. Right. We need to add one more before we're all said and done here. Good place for my keyboard on this tiny little desk I have. Let's see. So this is the plugin that provides the snippet, the friendly snippets, the VS Code like snippets. So now we should have some snippet completion. Right, so let's go back to completion. So if we do what he's doing, we should now see, yep. The thing is, though, it's like I can navigate this with the arrow keys. Let's see. Control space. What about Control E? Control E? Yeah, okay. I think something's up with my mappings here because I feel like I should be able to tab through this, and then I feel like I should also be able to close it by hitting escape. But hitting escape shouldn't take me out of insert mode. So let's do a little bit of research on that real quick. Uh-oh. Quit and I mean it. There we go. Okay, so I think we need to change something about these mappings because those don't work. I don't know. That's not working. That's not doing it for me. So let's go in them completion tab completion. Yeah, these are the mappings we have. This is I think what I want to add. Because this should let me, so this specifically looks to see, hey, is there a completion visible when I click tab? I wonder what this is here. I wonder what this mapping is here. I wonder what's the reason for the I and the C. Okay, I'm just gonna steal these guys as tab mappings here. Then I'm gonna put those here. Control V. Okay. This Lewis snip is not defined. Oh, yep. So I should probably declare a local up here. Local Lua snip. Lua snip. And then down here, this can be Lua snip. And let's format this real quick. Okay, what's it complaining about here? Has words before. I think that's a typo, huh? It's probably Lua snip. I wonder if there's just let's see. I wonder if this just has like a example. Have a look at the wiki for advanced configuration. Example. Super tab. Super tab. Basic snip. Yeah. I think I think this is probably more what I need, so let's try that. Okay, so let's undo what we just did over here. Come down here. This thing's still going to complain about the Lua snip thing, so we need to redo that. Lua snip, fire, Lua snip. This guy over here can change to Lua snip dot that. We can format this guy. Let's go down here and clean this up a little bit. And then I also want I want to be able to type escape. Lua snip escape close. I'm thinking I can just probably do. Could I just change this instead of Control E? Could I just say escape? Now let's go back. Oops. Completions. Let's see. Function. Yep, there we go. Now we're tabbing. We're tabbing now. Tab, tab, tab. Shift tab. Tab, tab, enter. Yep, okay, cool. Oh, and escape is working too. So let me show that off. Ready? So we're going to function. And let's say I want to close this. I can type escape, but I'm still in insert mode. Okay, I like those mappings. Okay, so let's write that out. Let's go back to our video here. Okay, so we've got the snippets working. Now we're going to actually do the LSP. So the thing, I guess this is the part of the video where let's go back to let's go back to like a JavaScript project real quick. CD TS. Let me make this a little. I realize this is probably help if it's a little bigger. Make dir. Yeah, there we go. So CD JS. Okay, so you'll notice, right? So if we open up index.js, like we know the LSP is attached, right? Because I've got documentation. But if I go console dot, I don't get any completion, even though the language server protocol is running. And so this is what we're going to set up next here. So let me undo all those changes I made there, write that out, go back to our local config. So we need to add another plugin. HRSH7TH CMP-invim-LSP. New plugin for us. And now we just need to set up. So now we got to go to our LSP config. Nope, I don't want to print there. So LSP. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. And we're going to start another local that's going to be called capabilities equals require cmp invim lsp dot default capabilities. And then he basically just passes those to each of the language servers. Why is my window tiny? Close. SP. There we go. Okay. Here. So instead of doing this, we need, or actually, in addition to doing this, we need to say capabilities equals capabilities. That. We can probably, what do you think? Can we yank this? I don't know. Shift V, yank, which is like Neovim's copy. Shift O, but nope, don't delete that line. Let's see. But oh no, damn it. I deleted the line, and so that replaced my buffer. Add some spaces here. A little formatting. Get that out. Cool. But I think now what that means is we should have the language server completion. So if I go back to that directory, yes. Go back here, I go back to index. Index should work for either of these, but if I go back here to JS, now I should be able to say console dot. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Okay, so he's showing that demonstration. Huh. The NVIM index TS. I need to call setup or something. This is what you get for skipping through stuff. Did I require the right that's a console log snippet. That's not what I'm looking for. What have I done? What have I done? Do I have my... Oh, I know what it is. So remember here, we had this commented out because we hadn't set that up yet. But now that we have it, we need to add that as a source. Okay, now I think that's... whoops. Console dot. Oh god. What have I done? Okay, let's see if the LSP is attached. LSP info. Yeah, JavaScript's attached. Okay, so the LSP is there. So that's good. Something else I missed. EMP. Set up my source. Yeah, so that he uncommented it. And then did I add the right? Yep. Default capabilities. Capabilities. Require CMP underscore mvim LSP. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I have this set up correctly, but I don't know why I'm not getting completions. Let's see, like I'm getting the back snippet. I'm not getting any. Have those language servers installed. Notice he does have some differences. I think his config is a little different now. His LSP config. So he's not lazy loading any of this. Lazy equals false. Not sure when he added that. I must have missed it. Lazy equals false. He also changed this to be lazy equals false. And then he also changed this, huh? I think the options is the same thing as doing auto install equals true. Yeah, this should be working. Let's see, in them complete, not showing LSP completion. Okay, well, I've run into a little bit of I'm stumped, huh? Huh. Yeah, I guess I fully expect me to be able to do something like whoops, console dot does not seem like it's working. And that is going to bother me. Like I personally like would really want that functionality if I'm going to use this. I know I'm passing capabilities, which is important, obviously. Let's double check on my sources. Completions. We have those guys. CMP -mvim.lsp. This seems like it could be where not dot, underscore. Dots versus underscores. Dots versus underscores. Okay, so let's write that out. Now let's go back here. There we go. Let's go. We have dot completion. I never thought I'd be so excited to, and then I can tab through it, hit enter. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. So, dot. Okay, now, well, it's completing too much now. Console dot. Well, that can't be right. It's like completing extra. Let's see. Invim LSP CMP invim LSP extra autocomplete. If I had to guess, this is probably happening because of my key bindings. I'm guessing this is causing it. So let's just simplify this. Let's just simplify this to what we originally had. Delete. Is that how you delete? There you go. And let's say, like this guy had, which was cmp dot mapping dot confirm select equals true. Check that out. Back. Yeah, that's what was doing it. That's not. That's not auto completing the. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh. Okay. So let's see. Looks like CMP has a completion behavior. Yeah, confirm behavior replace. I think we need to set that. So I don't think there was anything wrong probably with our I really need to write that PowerShell function that let's mbem what am I doing? Mbem completions CMP tab completion. In my opinion, this tab should be default behavior. Oops, nope, that's not what I want. Undo that. Whoops. I keep forgetting that with Neovim, you basically, or by default, you basically have two different clipboards. You have your system clipboard, and then you have another buffer in Neovim. And so you have two different sources that you can paste from, and that's tripping me up quite a bit. We want to do our system clipboard, so we need to go to insert mode and then Control V. So I think what we need to do here is we actually need to do behavior equals this CMP CMP dot confirm behavior dot replace. I wonder why I don't get any good IntelliSense on those Lua files. Okay, mbem uncle dot Great. Still something about it. Still something about it. See, because I should get, when I complete, I should get this completion. But see, I'm not, right? Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm... Let's see what it looks like in VS Code. Yeah? Now I'm trying to navigate VS Code. Like, give it a second to start. I'm excited for the football games today. So console.log. Oh, I guess maybe it is fine the way it is. I guess it doesn't insert all the colon or the parentheses and stuff. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Okay. So it is working. Okay, never mind. Forget me. I was hung up on nothing for no reason. There is some oddity though, isn't there though? With the replacing. That seems to work, but if I do console.air, and I think that is being, I think that part is being caused by my overly complex completion command. I need to update my browser, don't I? Update your browser. Yeah. I don't think I care about the Lua snip being expanded. This whole thing, this thing I think is too, I think it's trying to do too much. So we are just going to replace it. That. And then let's go back to our tests. And we'll type console.log. No, it's air that was doing it before. There you go. Hello. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much just, I got hung up on a problem that wasn't a problem. Okay, so that does it for that episode. Now we're into debugging. So we're already on the next episode here. Or no, we're not on the next episode. We need to go here and click on the next episode. Anywho, that was episode 5. So that was adding auto completion. So now we kind of have a really rich ability to do like dot completion, dot exploration. Why is it? I must have reloaded this a ton of times. Wow. Yeah, that was that. I think so. This will probably chop this up into a video on YouTube. So if you watched along, it's awesome. Hope you enjoy it. Maybe you can get your Neovim set up